You all look gorgeous in green surrounding me. What was it like to walk in today's Liznel show? And I'll kind of go in a circle here.
It was nerve-wracking, but however, I stayed confident and proud of myself, and I slayed the day.
It was very empowering and nerve-wracking, but I loved it. I'd do it again. It was really exciting. I love walking for Liznel. I've done it before. It always makes me feel so confident. I love the colors. It's just the best. It's exciting.
My favorite part was just the outfits, the confidence that I felt. Everything was super fun, super organized, and it was just really great.
I think my favorite part of the show was actually getting to open for Liznel. I love the diversity of the collection and the fact that we had all different shapes, sizes, colors, silhouettes. It was really beautiful.
My favorite part of the show was seeing all of the beautiful ladies that look very different come together, and the outfits were bomb.
I think my favorite part has to be the sewing room where all of the prep was being done and every single outfit was being perfected to the model that it was on. That was really exhilarating and very last minute, but we made it work.
Definitely seeing the entire collection come together and all of the colors flow, and it looks so beautiful on every model.
Honestly, my favorite part was meeting everybody. The people, the connections, the artistry, it's amazing. So I'm glad I got the opportunity to be here.
I would have to say the audience this year. I mean, just the energy to walk out and just be filled with an audience that was so engaged. It really made the experience worthwhile.
Oh my God, it's the colors and the beautiful women that wear them so well. That was my favorite part.
I love the atmosphere. The decorations were beautiful. It was very spring. It was a beautiful show.
This is my first time in Richmond, Virginia, so this is a great welcoming, honestly, and I really enjoy the overall experience curated by the designer and the team. She did such an incredible job. I was really blown away, especially with the second part of the show. I think everything was just so beautifully constructed, and I look to see more of her, so.
This was my first fashion show I've ever been to, and I thought it was inspiring because things that you wouldn't normally put together and you see the models wearing them, you're like, oh wow, that looks really good. So I like the unique quality of all the different models and the ways she paired different colors and accessories together. I got some good ideas.
Okay. Yeah. And what about you?
I love the show. I love the variety that she had in the show. I love the color that was added in and the different pieces and the different styles. So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What does flourish mean to you since the theme of today's show is flourish?
There's been a lot of discoveries I've made about myself ever since I discovered that wavy hair is actually my natural hair. I've never felt more beautiful. I've never felt more connected. I've also never felt more intuitive. So that's what flourishing means for me. And I think that there is so much beauty within aging, and you gain so much wisdom and experience. And I actually think, the older you get, the more beautiful you become and the more true you are to yourself. So that's what flourish means to me.
So flourish means to kind of grow in your own self in a way, but she's grown a lot as a person. When you're growing, you can thrive or you could grow negatively. And in her case, she is growing positively, which is thus flourishing, which is why the color theme is very earthy. And the crowd was wearing brown and neutral. That's so they kind of represented the earth, nurturing her to have the bloom and the flourish and all that stuff. So
I've been with Liznel from the beginning, from when she actually transitioned over to Liznel. So I'm very proud of her accomplishments, and how far she's come along the way as far as designer. So I'm very excited tonight to actually see what she has to put out there.
That's good to know. And what does flourish mean to you?
I think flourish means to blossom however you feel that your intuition needs you to be. And Chanel is a really big advocate, not just for all creatives and all, artists. I do think that this has a very soft spot in every woman's heart right now, this show. And going into spring, it makes sense. But I also think it has a lot of different layers for her as well as for other women who are artists and businesswomen.
What does flourish mean to you, as that was the theme of today's show?
It means growth. It means owning where you are and always looking at how far you've come rather than how much you have to do, and the celebration in that.
Flourish means to me getting outside of the box that maybe society puts us in, especially when we think about workwear. I think that we can be very expressive and empower ourselves through our clothing, especially when we're in a corporate environment.
What flourish means to me is absolute growth, persistency, resilience, just sticking it out no matter what comes up and still sticking to your goal. That's what flourishing is to me. Some of her pieces that she came out with the first lineup, I remember them from like 6-7 years ago. Even the playlist that was playing, it was like nostalgia for me for how long I've actually watched Liznel grow into what it is today. So I thought that was really, really cool.
I'm happy to be with the RVA Fashion Week team, helping, with the operations of the front of house with Liznel's show today. Super excited, we got a packed out house. And what does flourish mean to me? It really means a state of knowing oneself and owning your pure essence, what God created you to be, and just owning that thing and just walking in it. So I think once you can do that, you're living a flourish life. And it's springtime, y'all.